All right, consider the following. So let's suppose that we have two lines and they're parallel. So when they're parallel, you're going to have these little arrows on here. That's the way they communicate that those lines are parallel. So they're parallel, and we have a line like this. Hopefully you know that's a transversal. So that's called a transversal. So let's say that we know that this is 110 degrees over here. And the question is, what is this angle? So we could do that a couple of ways. One is that you could realize is that these are corresponding angles. So they're angles that are on the top line of the parallel line and on the same side as the transversal. So we know X is going to be 110 degrees. So that's one way we could do that. And that's the most direct way that we could do that. But also you could say that these two angles right here are vertical angles. So this angle is going to be the same as this angle because they are vertical angles. When you have an intersection of two lines like this, the angles that are directly across from one another are equal to each other. So we know this is 110, and these are called alternate interior angles. So they are on alternate sides of the transversal. One's on this side, one's on the other side. And so they're alternate interior angles. So they're called interior because they're on the interior of these parallel lines. They're not out here and they're not out here. They're on the inside. They're inside here, and they're on alternate sides of the transversal. So these are called alternate interior angles. And when lines are parallel and you have a transversal, the alternate interior angles are congruent. So we know this is 110, this is 110, this is 110. Now, something else we could do, like what if somebody said, hey, well, what's this angle? So we know this angle is 70 because this is a linear pair. This line right here, this is a line, and these two angles make up that line, so that's called a linear pair. Linear pairs are always supplementary, and that means that they add together to be 180 degrees. So I knew this was going to be 70 because this was 110, so that's got to be 180 degrees. So you could find just about everything here. So since this is 70, then this also has to be 70 because these are vertical angles, and because this is a straight line and these have to add together to be 180 degrees. This is 70 for a lot of reasons. First of all, it is a linear pair, so 110 and 70 has to be 180, but also these are corresponding angles right here. Corresponding angles are congruent. So that's a little bit, so you can find a lot with two parallel lines and a transversal. Just a little review of geometry for you.